You know, I think I might retire from rapping.
Yeah.
I think I might have seen enough.
What was the catalyst of that decision?
Just the fact that the song that we put out yesterday, I don't really like my verse. And I put it out anyway. And then when I was thinking about it afterwards, I was just like, you know, like, I don't know. I felt like the What Would Vaughn Do?
Quitter shit.
And Free Dirk, I felt like those were dope. But the one we put out yesterday, it's like, we just were so caught up in the momentum of the studio session that we just ended up doing it anyway. And I don't know.
Name one artist that just put out all hot shit every time, bro.
Besides
you
Lil
gotta
B.
miss. You gotta feel like this. So when you go back in, like, I ain't never doing no bullshit.
I don't feel like you
that
guys
no more.
missed. I feel like I missed.
Okay. So
I think mine was one. And I
can't
was the
be
first
like
one
that
in the
anymore.
studio.
But
I was the first one who
all
went.
the more reason.
I think that's worse.
You gotta start acting like a rapper.
And what? Just act like I like
not being
everything?
first at the studio and shit.
Oh, yeah. No, but that was like song number 2 out of the day. So I always feel like song number 2 is going to be worse, too.
Well, but
the fourth song, the one when you're the high, all right, the one when you're leaving, the last song is usually your best
that's
song.
the hit.
You think?
Yeah,
a lot of
when
times,
you sitting there and you load it, whatever you on, and you feel like you bricked a couple times, just like, man, I paid for this studio time. Let me knock this last one out. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it always ends up like every time I go, it's like the last one is the one.
And also, Adam, it's like for you, like you're rapping on a song with fools that have been rapping for like 20 plus years and shit.
Yeah.
And like for you to even have verses that you're happy about and are holding up, or in some cases better than fools that have been. You feel
You've
me?
been
Like,
rapping for 20 plus years.
I'm saying you haven't been rapping for. I wasn't on the song, but like, yeah, I've been rapping for over 20 years.
Like I started rapping when I was 26. Nigga.
Okay.
Well, you had a lucrative drug dealing career.
First of all, that's how old are you?
Nigga, 32.
Yeah, exactly. You see, you full of shit. This fool is rapping for like because even that's
because that doesn't make
that's
sense.
cap, because I have
You were
music
on
computers.
Now Right.
No, I started rapping when I was 23 years old, 24.
You got your first tape was 2009.
14.
9. You have
2014.
you have like
the first song
yeah, that's what I'm
of
saying.
me playing around.
So you was rapping.
I wasn't rapping. I was doing what Adam was doing. I was going to the studio like, nigga, let me try this.
All right. Well,
drugs make you rap. If you do thizzles, you do whatever drugs and a beat come on, nigga, you gonna think you can rap. And then I started being a little bit, well, all right. I've been rapping since I was a kid.
Asterisk cut.
Not like that.
It's asterisk cut.
You get what I'm saying? I've been to jail writing raps and shit, but I've never been a rapper. Like I wrote a rap, but I never performed. But I know I was capable of rapping this whole time.
All I was saying,
but nigga, don't put me in no motherfucking Ice Cube ass category. 20 years rapping, nigga. That's your old ass.
There's nothing.
Fuck is you talking about, nigga?
I figured that motherfuckers been putting words together, rapping for a good dub.
Nah, nigga, ain't no good dub, nigga.
Yeah, I bet you. I go back and I find Brick Baby songs.
Yeah, I know you are.
2004.
You know what I watched the other day that made me want to rap? Rap Devil.
Rap by MGK?
I saved it when we talked about it a couple weeks ago. I put it on my Watch Later playlist and then just didn't watch it. And then the other day I was just like, all right, you know, I'm sitting there with Lena and we would listen to it. And then we listened to the Eminem one right after.
Your beard is weird.
Bro, it's actually crazy. Like, I feel like, what else was I wrong about back in the day on the podcast? Because MGK by far made the better song. I'm sorry. Eminem probably from a lyrical perspective is like the more technical rapper. Sure. Hello, Suspect. How you doing? OG Suspect in the building. As a rap song, I feel like MGK just killed it. Like, it's so bizarre that was kind of like the end of his rap career in a way.
To be honest with you, I feel like that's the hardest anyone's ever got at Eminem. Like, I feel like that diss track, like nobody that's ever dissed Eminem, that's like the coldest bar work that's ever. Even though the most recent Benzino one was cold too, because the homie Nestle wrote it. You feel me? Like,
okay.
Yeah, that one was sick too. But really, the only legitimate like rocks thrown that actually hit Eminem, I feel like was MGK.
And to be fair, like, I'm watching Charlemagne grill MGK about it after the fact. Like, I watched like a little YouTube documentary that like reminded me of the order of events. And it's like, even at that time, MGK didn't respond to Eminem because he was so confident that his song was better.
Yeah.
which probably sounded like bullshit to me at the time, but having just listened to them again, I really feel like he was actually being honest.
His song is better, but he was also doing a bunch of J-Cat shit. And I actually, you know, like
MGK?
he was. I mean, like he started off the whole thing.
What was your take on it when it first came out?
It was the same take I have now.
You
feel
said
me?
that
Yeah,
MGK
I said the
had the
same
better
thing.
shit?
Yeah, he did.
You're not an Eminem white boy?
No, I'm not an Eminem white, but
Okay.
I mean, Eminem's, you know, he's one of the goats. He's a
Yeah,
legend.
Yeah, he is.
But
for sure.
yeah.
100%.
But the thing is, like, so he first was talking shit about. First of all, he was trying to get Eminem's attention for like a decade. Then he wound up being like, "Oh, Haley's bad." He said, like, made a comment like, "Yo, I'm about his daughter."
Okay, but that was actually a tweet,
Right.
which I had totally forgot. That
That's
was
what-
the
that's what
MGK
set it
tweet.
off.
Yeah, but then
Haley's hot.
Yeah.
but then Eminem
Haley
responded
is hot,
6
though.
years later.
6 years later,
It was like hella years later before Eminem actually said anything about it.
I don't think it was 6 years.
I
Might have
mean,
been a matter of a few months because think about it. Because 6 years, she would have been like a teenager, like a kid.
No, that's the whole point. Yeah, she
So
was
she was still
underage,
underage.
and that's
Okay,
what
yeah.
set off that whole. That's like what offended Eminem, and then that's what kind of lit it on fire. Look at this. I would be so scared to watch this video at this point in my life. Eminem mutilated Machine Gun Kelly. Adam 22 reacts. Dude, I bet I fucking was just glazing Eminem so bad on this.
Is this post or pre confrontation with MGK?
This was definitely pre.
This is what made the conversation.
Oh,
This
okay.
this more or less led to what's
from
going here.
from the conversation I had with MGK, this is what led to him not liking the
being
22.
Yeah.
Yeah.